I think it's five Conservative MPs have said they're not standing today. There may be more. Nikki Aiken, who's only done one term as an MP, Craig McKinley, who came back yesterday, or is it the day before now? Everything's going so fast. The bionic MP, who had sepsis and came back to cheers in the chamber on Wednesday. Greg Clark, the former cabinet minister, and Sir David Evanet, who for Bexley Heath. All of these are stepping down, along with, and the really big scalp today is Michael Gove. Michael Gove, Secretary of State, failed Secretary of State really for levelling up, who hasn't levelled up really anything, even a spoonful of sugar. Everything is hung out to dry, or hung anyway, for Michael Gove, a former journalist who, was busy hanging other people out to dry. In the end, he's the one who's hung, and has sort of hoist by his own petard, being nasty to other people. It's got him nowhere. He's going to go down as a minor footnote in history, as opposed to one of the grandees of the Conservative Party or of any party. This is a man with so much potential, who is brought low by sniffing in back rooms, and then all you have to do is look at his spitting image puppet, and you can see exactly the impression that he has generated around the country. It's not only contempt for the Conservatives; that contempt is targeted at him personally, and yet at the same time, he's always struck me as a personable, interesting, intelligent, and thoughtful individual. And as I say, I think he's been brought down by his own ambition, his own desire to meddle, his own desire to his own belief that he is more important than anybody else, that he knows better than anybody else. What has that achieved for him? Absolutely nothing. What has that achieved for his constituents, the people that he represents? Absolutely nothing. He decided to run for the leadership of the Conservative Party. Then he decided not to. He promoted Boris Johnson. Then he decided not to. And I would say he is more than anybody responsible for Theresa May ending up in the top job, and he's quite responsible for Boris Johnson doing so. Is he responsible for Sunak doing so? Who knows? He sees himself as a kingmaker, as a sort of Warwick, but in the end, he's a backroom boy who's been over-promoted, and I suspect there's a collective sigh of relief that he's bowing out. It can't really be bowing out gracefully, because in the end, I'm sure he's going to fill his time after Parliament by meddling in something else. I think he sees a virtue in meddling, and I think he's mistaken. And in the end, I think his meddling and his dark arts have got the better with him. As I say, hoist with his own petard. He thinks he's hanging other people out to dry, but in the end, it's Gove who is hung. And for what? For nothing. For nothing. He is a joke, a donkey gone to seed.